Hey friends, I hope you're having a wonderful day. We just made hot sauce. We did jalapeno hot sauce, we did ghost pepper, cayenne, and jalapeno, and we did sugar rush peach hot sauce as well. And then we tried habanero and I screwed that up. But we're dehydrating it here. So we're gonna make habanero pepper flakes. So I'll take you back and show you. We did a dozen jars of hot sauce. We've got 5 that are water bath canning now and 7 more to go. I'll take you back and show you how we did it. So I just threw the peppers in bags and put them in the freezer as I collected them from the garden instead of organizing them at the time. So we're gonna organize them now by what they are. We have habanero, cayenne, ghost, jalapeno, that one looks funny. Okay, so I got 3 bags worth I'm gonna do that with, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, we've got them divided. Habanero, cayenne, with a few other randoms mixed in. I think this is the Jimmy Nardello that I froze because I didn't know what to do with it. And a few little shishitos. Ghost pepper, jalapenos. Look at the size. I forgot how big I grew these. Oh my goodness. These are big guy jalapenos, so if you want to have big jalapenos, like look at that, then big guy's the way to go. Oh my goodness. Which one's the biggest one? Maybe that one? I don't even know. Huge though. And the jalapenos, there was probably a whole bunch more than this. I ate a ton, so yeah, just imagine. Oh, I'm so excited. We got so many from the garden. And then these are sugar rush peach peppers here. At least I think all of them are. And so we're gonna make individual hot sauces. And a good filler, because, okay, so you can make hot sauce like full potency, like burn your butthole potency, but you can dilute it a little bit with carrots to kind of take the heat, like you still have the flavor, but it's not just straight hot peppers and garlic and onion and stuff like that. So I have some carrots here that we are going to use to tone down the heat a bit. That way, like for ghost pepper, you put 1 drop on your food of the hot sauce and it's like, whew, yeah, too much. So I want to dilute the spicier ones to be just a little less. So carrots will be our filler, and then garlic and onion will help as well. So I'm going to prepare these carrots, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, carrots are peeled. Now we're going to get the onions prepared. These are onions from the garden. I'm going to use red because I have more red than white. All right, we'll just roughly chop these into chunks. They don't need to be super small because everything's going to get blended. Whew, onions are potent. All right, we got everything prepared here. Now we're going to start blending. Okay, I think we'll start with the smallest batch, or close to smallest batch. We'll do habanero. We could also just do a mixture of all of them. Just put them all in there and make one random hot sauce, which I'm kind of tempted to do, actually. We'll make habaneros separate and then go from there. So just do, that's just a few habaneros, not that many, so a little chunk of onion, a little piece of carrot, 1 clove of garlic, bit of salt, a little pinch of sugar, 1/2 cup of vinegar. First one done. Put it in my small saucepan. Don't breathe over that. Phew! I gotta find a rubber spatula real quick. Phew. Okay, got our first done. It's habanero, and I still haven't fully decided how I want to do the rest yet. Okay, I decided. So I want to do all the cayenne and ghost pepper together. This stuff's spicy. Holy moly, I'm gonna throw in some jalapeno too. Oh, I need to keep some of this jalapeno aside, because these come in handy whenever something calls for chilies or whatever in like a recipe, like when I made that turkey chili. I just use one of these frozen jalapenos in it, so they've been coming in handy. So I need to set some aside. I'll do that while we let this blend. So put in a few onions here, a few carrots. Probably put a few more carrots because this one's going to be the spiciest. I'll do 6 cloves of garlic. And then I have a few random peppers that have been in the freezer for a while that I really want to use. We'll have to, this is full enough, but we're going to add a couple frozen poblanos in here as well. That will help dilute the heat level as well. Let me get the lid on. Oh, vinegar. We'll do a cup of vinegar to start with, just for the blending process. That was salt. And then for the sugar, a little bit more generous in that. And boom, right? Yep, okay. Oh. Let me put it on the right way. Those were the poblanos. One year I used sweet potatoes as a filler as well as carrots, because I ran out of carrots and I was like, I need more. And the sweet potatoes worked out really well. It's not the prettiest color, but that's all right. That's what you get when you use red peppers and green peppers. All right, ghost pepper cayenne mixture is done. And now we're going to do straight up jalapeno. Oh, I dropped one. And that's a garlic scape. One cup of vinegar to start with. Salt. Sugar. Carrot, onion, garlic. Okay, we'll blend this, that way we have room for to add more to it. Let's see if I can get the lid on. Okay, since we're going to try to fill this up completely, we're going to add 1 more half cup of vinegar. These are some more poblanos that I want to get used up. Okay, we are well on our way to a year's supply of hot sauce. This is completely full. Jalapeno, onion, carrot, garlic, a few poblanos, just to fill her up. And then we still got plenty of space left in this pan, so we're going to do, don't breathe, the rest of these jalapenos in here and then dump it all in here. This is the Instapot container, and it has a saute function, so I'm going to use my 3 stainless steel pots and this, because we're going to saute 4 different kinds of hot sauce. Get the rest of these in here. And we'll go ahead and use all the carrots as well that are left here. Because for this peach one, we're actually going to make, these are Sugar Rush peach peppers, and we're actually going to make them with peaches. So that'll be what dilutes the heat intensity. I like hot sauce, but I really don't want like ghost pepper hot sauce in my mouth. So, and I made a ghost pepper flakes, chili flakes, whatever, dried flakes, and that's so hot. Oh my gosh, they're so hot. So I want the flavor, but just not quite that heat level. That way it's actually edible and enjoyable. A few more onion. Okay. So we did, on the other one, we did 1.5 cups of vinegar. We're going to do 1.5 cups of vinegar in this one as well. And more pieces of garlic. Next 4. So I think it might be 9 cloves total for jalapeno. Do the salt and the sugar again. The salt brings out flavor of everything. Like whatever you have can be good but bland, and then salt just elevates the flavor. And then sugar will kind of help.
It has come to my attention that a certain individual has neglected their duty to properly tend to their laundry. How utterly disappointing.
Be back in a
It
second.
appears that
This is a half cup measure, so we'll do 3 of these. I'm going to go ahead and throw the rest of the onion in here. So I'm not going to do onion in this, but in a sweet, I'll do some garlic in it. So why not? Why not just go ahead and throw in the last of my garlic? Garden garlic. Everything's from the garden. The peppers, like the sweet hot peppers, everything you saw on the table, the garlic, the onion, all of it is from the garden, except for the vinegar and salt and sugar. But that doesn't count. So I'm super happy. This proud moment for me, being able to do this. Okay. Ooh-wee. We're going to have a lot of jalapeno hot sauce. We grew a lot of jalapenos. I was kind of bummed because not all of my seedlings survived, and I was like, I'm not going to have enough jalapenos. Yeah, that wasn't a problem after all. Got plenty. All right, so we got a red and green mixture. So this one will look kind of poopy as well in color, but like, I don't care. Doesn't bother me none. I don't need to put food dye in it to make it look better. Like some hot sauces you'll find at the store. If they're bright green, there's food dye. Okay. We got one more batch to go. All right, Sugar Rush peach now. 2 garlic cloves in with all these Sugar Rush peach peppers. And I got the habanero one, ghost pepper cayenne mixture one, and the jalapeno one all starting to saute on medium. And whenever they've cooked for, till they're soft, I mean, I'm going to say like a good hour or so, then we'll move on to the next step, which will be to blend them again. So you can either blend them again and pour them back into here. This one's not, at least my old Ninja wasn't rated for hot stuff. It still worked, but you know, you weren't supposed to. But you could do that, or if you have a glass one, that'll work better. But either way, blend it back up, or if you have an immersion blender, just a hand blender that you just, I use it all the time in my videos. You've probably seen me, and that's what I'm going to do. So I don't have to dump it out and dump it back in. Salt. Vinegar will be 1.5 cups. I don't think I'll add sugar because these are already pretty sweet. These are peaches. I couldn't get any fresh peaches from the store. It's January, so I was not able to make that happen. I don't want all the juices in there because I don't want it to be super thin, and the liquid, to thin this out, the liquid needs to be vinegar. That way it's going to prevent botulism. Be a safe product to can. I need another container to add the rest of the juices. But if I was going to freeze it, then I would use all these juices. But you know, it's kind of tempting, actually. You know? Hold on. I think I will freeze this. Oh, let me, yeah, so I'm going to add these juices too. Give even more flavor. Make the lid. So we'll can some and freeze some, and that's fine. Oh, I keep putting it on the wrong way. Well, I guess I didn't need all that vinegar. Darn. So this hot sauce will just be thinner. I don't like super vinegary hot sauce either, so I just want to put as much as I have to and not any extra. Yeah, this one's runny, much runnier. But we can just reduce it. We can let it cook a little longer till it reduces on the stove. And that'll be fine. That'll work out no problem. Get on the stove over here. I'll bring you in and show you what everything looks like. Habanero, ghost pepper cayenne, sugar rush peach. And I just put it on here so it's not simmering yet. But I got it on medium high. And then since this one, the jalapeno, has so much in it, it's sauteing on high. This one will take the longest. And we'll be back in maybe an hour or so. P.S. Do not breathe too much when you're standing over these and they're cooking. Ugh, I gotta open the door actually, it's just too much. It's like you breathe it in, it like tickles your throat, like okay, it's doing it right now. And makes you want to cough. Oh, hello. Okay, so I washed that out because I had the lid on it, wasn't watching, and it actually like completely, what's the word? Simmered all the juices out. So I'm thinking about, I could either reconstitute it with vinegar or just like dehydrate it and make it be habanero crushed red peppers kind of thing, or orange peppers, whatever. But these have been simmering for a while, so I got my immersion blender here, and without splashing myself, we're gonna give this a blend. Okay, I added a cup of vinegar. That's the habanero that I deliquefied on accident. It's a habanero paste now. This smells just like the habanero sauce I made last year. Okay, could dehydrate it. Probably just like till tomorrow morning. It won't take long at all, and then just crumble it up or food processor and then stick it in a jar, and then we'll have habanero pepper flakes. Okay, we blended the ghost pepper cayenne hot sauce there. There's a little bit of jalapeno in it. And this is the peach. Sugar rush peach peppers and actual peaches. It's reduced quite a bit, so I think it's probably right where we want it. Give it a good blend. Okay, sugar rush peach hot sauce is done. You can see how creamy that is. Not too thick, not too thin, just perfect. We'll get this in some jars here in a sec. I blended the hot sauce until it couldn't be blended anymore. It's very smooth now. I could feel the motor getting hot on the blender. I was like, woo. And then at the very, very end, I could kind of like smell like it burning, and I was like, okay, I better stop. But everything's very smooth. Hi. Made hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Yeah. Here, you want to taste it?
That's applesauce.
No, it's hot sauce. Okay, we're going to pour into our pint jars, 1/2-inch headspace. Looks like exactly 2 pints. I'm trying to get every last little bit out so we have that 1/2-inch headspace up top on both of them. I forgot, I was going to taste them. I haven't done that yet. This one's peach. That's hot. Yep. Tastes great. They hit my throat really fast with the heat, but it's going away pretty quick, so it's not that bad. And it was very peachy. Well, it should be. There's peach in it, but it was pretty good. I don't know, though. This is what I was thinking about when I decided to make it was, what do you put peach hot sauce on? So, what do you want to eat that, like, you're good with having peach flavored hot sauce on top of it too? I suppose pizza wouldn't be too bad. Like you put pineapple on pizza. Why not peach hot sauce? I don't know. Luckily, it's just 2 jars. I'll figure it out. I gotta get a clean spoon and taste this one next. Okay, this one's ghost pepper. It's gonna be really bad. It's gonna be hot. Ghost pepper, cayenne, and jalapeno are the peppers in this one. Oh, I don't need that much. That's burn your booty hole hot. We got 3 pints of the ghost pepper one and just a smidge left over. I'm gonna put it in this little bowl here. I'll show you. It's a little spice bowl, and mine come with lids. So stick this little bit in the refrigerator and use it up. There's plenty of vinegar in here that this will last in the refrigerator for a long time. I've had some hot sauce that I made in the refrigerator in there for months, just from the amount of vinegar that goes into it. It just lasts a really long time. You can keep it in the fridge until you see that fuzzy stuff that's white or green, and then you probably shouldn't anymore, or if it smells funny. These are all new lids and used rings. Oops. Okay, I'm going to label them now. I mean, like, the color's obvious, but I might get to the point where I can't tell the difference between this one, which we're going to do next, you'll see, and this one. So I might get jalapeno and ghost pepper mixed up, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to have a whole lot more jalapeno, and I just want to know what I have. Peach hot sauce. Peach, right? Hot sauce. Okay, I'm going to put ghost pepper, cayenne, jalapeno on these. Stick them in. The water's still hot. Water's hot, jars are warm, so luckily they're not getting shocked. Now, if these were cold, they would, I'm sure, because that water's hotter than I realized. Perfect, and we have perfect amount of water in there. I don't know how I managed that. When this is boiling, we'll go for 20 minutes. In the meantime, let's get these jars prepared. Oh, and let's taste the jalapeno. That's pretty good. And more tolerable. I like using hot sauce and just to add a little kick to something like marinades or soups or anything that involves adding a little bit of spice to it. I'll just throw some hot sauce in it or on top of pizza and stuff like that. So these will come in handy. I like this one a lot because like it tastes good. There's not too much vinegar flavor, and it's not going to burn my butthole. So we're good here. Get these jarred up. On this last one, we're just a smidge short by like an inch or so. And so I know, like, if you put too much in a jar and don't give it the proper headspace, like, that's clearly an issue. It needs that amount of space during the canning process. But if you do too little, is that a problem? That's what I don't know. And I'm not going to take the time to try to look it up and get different opinions and all that. You know how Google is. What I would rather just do is move on. So we've got this little bit extra ghost pepper that we'll top this jar off with. Okay, and actually that's basically, these are all the same now. Perfect. So we're gonna go with that. Okay, I just wiped the rims down once, but that was just to get like the obvious stuff off because there was a bunch. And now I just want to double check, make sure it's all good. I want to label this one. This one has the ghost pepper, so just put like extra jalapenos in this one. I don't know how to label it. It's going to stand out to me because it's different than the others. Get our rings on the rest. I'm just going to put J-A-L, 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 J-A-L. Okay. I'm not bothering with the date because I'm aiming to make a year supply, not like mini year supply. And if I make more next year, I'll be sure to date these ones or put these ones, gift these ones away or stick them in the fridge and use them real fast or something like that. So that way I rotate through and don't keep something that's really old in the pantry and not even know it. So, okay, cool. We're at a rolling boil here. So we got our first jars canning, like boiling now. So see you back in a few minutes. Okay, first of all, I had said I was going to freeze the Sugar Rush peach, and I threw it in the freaking canner. Okay, I've just annoyed myself. So I had 12 jars, and that was going to require 3 rounds in the pot here. But if I had 10 jars, it would be 2 rounds because it'd be 5 jars each round in the canning pot. Those 2 Sugar Rush peach ones, I said I was going to freeze, not can, because they didn't have enough vinegar in them. And I honestly don't know if they have enough vinegar in them at this point. So I'm going to freeze them once they come out of the canner. It's a waste of a lid, so I'm mad at myself. But if I had remembered that, then it would have been 2 rounds in there because I would have had 10 jars. So I'm annoyed with myself. But I also want to talk about the ratio of vinegar to the rest of the stuff in the can. So I looked in my Ball Complete book of canning, whatever it's called, could not find a hot sauce recipe in there. I looked and looked and looked. I checked the index, and I'm like, how is there not a hot sauce recipe in here? That's just crazy. I just couldn't find one. And then the manual for the pressure canner didn't have one either, so I had to turn to Google. And there's all kinds of recipes out there telling you to use this much and that much and blah, 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 different ratios. Like if you break it down to like this many cups per this many cups or ounces per ounces, and then you simplify the fraction and you see like what's the portion of vinegar to the whole thing, so that you know like how can I make my recipe bigger or smaller depending on how much I have here. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, all different kinds of answers, and then the canning time to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or at least 20 minutes. And I'm like, well, you know what? We're going to go 20 minutes. It's actually done, so we're probably going to end up going 25 minutes. Better safe than sorry. You want this to last and not get us sick or spoil, because that would be a bummer. You saw 3 freezer bags of peppers go to waste. That would be a huge bummer. So general rule of thumb that I read while Googling is you want 20% at least to be vinegar in order for it to be safe to can. So when I was measuring, when I put in 1.5 cups in the blender and filled it up to the top and then blended it down until it reached the top, that was 9 cups. And then I did that twice. I'm thinking of like the jalapeno hot sauce, for example. And then I added an additional cup while blending it, actually a smidge more. And so the total combined volume, if if you do a fraction, the vinegar total volume, that broken simplified, is more than 20% vinegar. So I don't have a recipe to put in the description for you. I don't have specific measurements of this and that and what I did, because you saw me eyeballing everything. But with the vinegar, we got 20% or more vinegar in the recipes. So that's what I was going by, because I couldn't find a recipe that like I knew for sure was like good, safe, and all that, because there's so much conflicting recipes out there. Anyways, that is what I wanted to tell you. I'm going to get this out and put the next round in, and then another one after that, because I forgot. So let's take these out now. I dumped out a little bit of the water, added cold. That way, these are warm, the water's warm. Should be good. Okay, so I'm going to finish up this canning process, clean up the kitchen, get it back in order, and have a wonderful day. Those hot sauces turned out really, really good. Yeah, they're going to be, yeah, I'm excited for them. So in the description, I don't know, I didn't measure anything. I just knew the blended measurement amount after blended, not like chopped up and measured in a, packed into a measuring cup. I didn't do that. There's measurements on the blender. So I don't have a recipe for you to put in the description. Sorry. But just remember that 20% vinegar rule. And then add your carrot, garlic, onion, peppers, stuff like that. Salt and sugar. And you should be fine. I mean, I guess if I'm sick from botulism in a few months, then you'll know that's not the case, actually. But I'm fairly confident in what I made today. So thanks for being here. If you have a tried and true hot sauce recipe that you know it's good, it's safe, you love it, you can can it and all that, feel free to link it or type it up, whatever, in the comments for me. I would love to have it, and I'd appreciate that. So have a wonderful day. I will see you later, and I'll pop up some videos for you to watch somewhere, and I'll see you next time. Bye.